Welcome to Dead Men Walking, Episode 2, Emergence, a Crossroads Media production. Catch episodes live on Sundays at 6 p.m. CST at twitch.tv/gsan1333. Link below. The following may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Please enjoy the show.
I am known as Azaku. I also have a pen named Mako Bull, and I am the developer of this game, playing all the other characters, except these three.
I am G, playing Isaiah Fields. Isaiah Fields is a formerly enslaved man now working as an entrepreneur and business owner out west, helping those who are in his position get to freedom.
Hi, I'm Ainz, and I'm playing Yolanda Perez, the Toreador Gunslinger.
I'm Panda. I am playing the newly embraced Hecata clan vampiress Elena Garcia Hernandez, who has two cute little kids.
Among many other hostages. Last time, the crowning coterie woke up in a bloody ritual circle that little could be gleaned from, largely because they didn't linger long. There were hostages to rescue after all. The 100 bandits that butchered your caravan had killed most outright. But at the same time, most of the children and women were carted off alive, including Arena's 2 kids. She was understandably in a hurry to find them, and the door was unlocked. Though outside, there were only 2 paths through the strange fortress built into the mountain. One seems to lead to a mine by the noise your gunslinger picked up, but light was found on the other end of the tunnel, and that's where you went. Lantern light brought you to a small circular room with many doors, whose center point was a chained undead, which promptly attacked Isaiah as he tried to offer help to the seemingly wounded man. The noise attracted the guards, just as designed, and this led to a short ambush in which one unconscious with 2 chamber pots, several more were shot, and one was captured alive with the aid of Isaiah's hypnotizing eyes. That last one seemed to be in charge. He was hardier and more scarred than any other that you fought, but he cried like a hopeless child, rambling endlessly about the wonderful bandit king Burris who had given him everything. More pointedly, about the fact he somehow felt that this Burris was dead, and seemed certain. Certain enough to jump to his death when you tried to use him as a guide to get out. Still, you did get some useful information out of him. The small army that the gang was, and the uncertainty of what would happen to Burris boys now that their leader is gone. They also learned just 5 years ago this brigand king had met with a couple other friends who were magic or god-touched or somehow different, like he was different. One of those strange folks being where the undead came from, and the center point of their plan to butcher several mines and replace the labor with moving corpses that worked around the clock for no food or pay. Perhaps most interestingly to you, though, your captive revealed that the 3 of you were marked and chosen in advance as targets that had to be taken alive. Whatever that meant for you, who knows. Searching through the keep, you found enough guns, booze, and supplies to last you all plenty of time. Or all the hostages a couple days with rationing. There are like 50 of them. I still doubt anyone is complaining about finding them, least of all the single mother. The only other thing of note in the caves seems to be a ransacked mansion, one with books thrown about, drawers dug through, decorations notably missing, and oh yeah, a huge onyx coffin surrounded by an unarmed fire trap. Whatever that means, it didn't change your plan to get the hell out ASAP. Of course, without a guide or knowing where you are, that was a challenge. One that you failed, spending the last hours of your night searching through cave tunnels until a powerful fatigue forced you to stop. However, there was one last thing that happened that night, just as you were drifting off that you might recall. Something introduced itself to you, claiming to be named Rat, and claiming to know a way out. A secret he would share with you for a small price of some blood. This creature, which had the face of an old man and the body of a huge disease-ridden varmin, was evasive about most of the questions you asked, but did seem to know much. It was eventually agreed that you would take his deal, provided payment came on delivery. He ran off before much more could be said, and thus you fell to an irresistible rest, most novel to all of you. And then you woke up, made your rouse checks, and that's where we are now. Also, Isaiah has a stain roll while we're at it for the torture-adjacent actions he performs.
That's right. 1 remorse check. Oh, And I can't use willpower or anything on that, can I?
But in any case, you all wake up. Who's hungrier? And what are your hungers at for no particular reason?
Yolanda's at 2.
1 hunger, but I still have 3 damage. Does mending happen when I rouse in the morning as well?
I don't think superficial damage heals automatically. It's just whenever you want to expend a blood point to heal it, it does.
You mean
Which is a rouse
rouse.
check to heal a point of it, correct?
Correct. It's equal to your blood potency, how many dots you heal, but yes, otherwise.
I believe my starting potency was 1.
Question. When we first woke up after Embrace, do we have 1 point of hunger already?
Correct. Vampires never go below 1 hunger unless they kill a person and drink them dry.
Okay, I am at 2 then.
2.
Okay. Yolanda wakes up feeling a little hungry.
And you're sitting in the cavern. I imagine like this big ass caravan of people lost in these caves for all purposes is a little bit spread out. You know, people are gravitating to their own families. A lot of general kids are huddled together in the back, and you guys are in the front as the people with most experience using guns. Yolanda.
How did the people react to
What
the
did you
fact that there were 3 corpses at the front of the party for a day?
It doesn't seem like anyone's noticed. Looks like they assumed you were sleeping. But I guess I should make you roll some sort of probably wits plus something. Wits awareness, wits etiquette maybe. See if people are acting weird around you.
Wits and awareness?
Maybe not wits, maybe something else.
Etiquette, charisma?
Yeah, I'll let you use manipulation to get a read on people if you'd rather to.
Manipulation and awareness, or what?
Manipulation or wits plus your awareness or etiquette.
I'll choose.
Unless you have a better idea to pitch me.
Can I do insight wits?
3 successes. It's not
3
a messy
successes.
crit, it's 3.
It looks like everyone here is pretty shaken, and the people who do look at you look almost embarrassed to be catching your eye for a second. They clearly think the world of you. At least you don't sense any danger from these people. If anything, you sense awe. You are confident no
Okay,
one
really
here
good,
wishes
then.
you ill will. They look at you like a fucking drowning man looks at a branch.
Okay. Is the rat still around?
I mean, you don't see him anywhere.
Can I do like a quick look around and see if I see him or any kind of trace of him?
You did just roll wits awareness, right? Or was that?
Oh, I did insight wits to kind of get a beat on the people,
Yeah, I'll let you
but
roll
I can
again with
do.
wits awareness then to see if you can just find him.
Okay. Let's see. Where
And I'll
is
say there's a difficulty
awareness?
4 here.
Ah, okay. Shucks. Okay.
Well, you
Dang
know,
it.
there's not a lot to see. You are underground with like a fucking lantern and in a tunnel. I cannot emphasize that enough.
My character doesn't know this, but I'm assuming that it's just the beginning of the night. I'm gonna give a quick check on Juan and Maria, make sure that they're doing okay. Ask them like, "Are you hungry? Do you, I'm so sorry, my mom fell asleep. You know, do you need any? Are you cold? Do you need some water?"
It's a little cold in here. Yeah. And your daughter, actually your son, your younger one says that. The daughter says, "But we're okay. We're not shivering, so it's not cold, just a little breezy. It's dark though. Really like to get out of this cave.
Okay.
I'm not hungry, but..." And your son quickly pipes up. I'm hungry. What do we have?
I'll take out some of the jerky that I was chewing on earlier and then give it to him. I'll break off a little piece and give that for him to nom on, and then I take off.
Jerky for breakfast.
Yeah,
Already.
I'm sorry, Yuho. We'll get you a proper meal once we get out of here, okay? Here.
Jerky, like one of his favorites. He is like attacking it like a happy kid attacking candy.
I give him a little water and I put a blanket over the both of them. I walk over to Isaiah and Yolanda and I look at them both like, are you all feeling what I'm feeling right now? And I kind of gesture to my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm famished. I'm just looking at this food and it doesn't seem appetizing to me for some reason. I don't understand.
Well, as I said, when I looked at the blood, I was compelled to drink it. I think something tells me that we need that to survive.
Is this a curse? What is this? I don't understand.
I don't know. I need to take care of this if I'm going to have a clear head.
See, I agree, but how do we go about taking care of this? I think we have to find a way out first before we start doing anything hasty.
They said there might be more bandits near the entrance taking care of the animals. Perhaps we can go up there.
Take care
Excuse me,
of them
miss.
as we did
Miss,
the
Big
others.
chest lady, Miss Big Boob lady, Miss.
Who said that?
Some maybe 7 to 10-year-old boy who is tugging at your sleeve. You don't recognize him, but he's one of the hostages.
Miss Big Poop Lady.
Yolanda looks at him and bends down to look at him.
I was gonna go to the bathroom a little bit away from everyone else. Could you go with me so I'm not alone in the end of either side of this tunnel?
Oh, okay.
And instantly, you want to agree for not a selfless reason, but because you like the idea of being alone with this small, helpless child. You know, in an instant, you could slate your hunger with him.
Being on a
You could just
child?
drain him dry and then throw him over the ledge. Say he tripped.
No. Yolanda's not that kind of monster. A savant would.
Yeah, just emphasizing the impulses there.
All right. But Yolanda will give him a nice smile and say, yeah, okay, I'll go with you. And she'll take him by the hand and go with him to use the bathroom.
Sure. And what's your hunger right now?
2.
Nah, I won't make you roll for it. It's just a quick errand. Maybe if you were at hunger 3. It was just going to be a resist frenzy with the difficulty of your current hunger. That seems like a mechanic I want to implement. But no, I'll think about it more before I implement it. You don't have to do that. You take him out, you have that impulse, but he shits over the side of a cliff very uneventfully, and you make sure he doesn't fall to his death.
And afterwards, Yolanda looks at the little boy and say, you okay now?
Yes, thank you. Are we almost out of here?
We'll be out here soon. And she gives him a ruffle on the head. And if you behave, I'll give you a peck on the cheek and boops him on the nose.
And he runs off, but he is blushing a little.
But she'll return back to the coterie and say, all right, we should keep going, find a way out of here. And if there are more bandits, then we should have our dinner with them, if you know what I mean.
I would like to see the silver mine.
It's probably, you walk for like 10 minutes from the room you came in. It's probably anywhere from like 20 minutes to an hour away to get back there.
Oh, it was connected to that area?
Yeah, that was like right after you left the ritual room, you heard the mining, and then you walked the opposite direction into a commons area some minutes away.
Oh, I didn't realize there was like a split. I thought we heard that through a wall.
No. Sorry.
We'll come back here later. For now, we need to focus on getting these people out of here, okay?
Yes.
Senorita Yolanda.
Delicious-looking blood sacks need to get out of here. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, Senorita, where is your little devil?
The what? The rat?
The rat. Have you seen him?
No, it's scurried off.
Wasn't he supposed to lead us out of here?
I don't know.
Did someone call for a dramatic entrance? And out of the dark, just beyond your lanterns, like literally, you hear him before you see him, but when your eyes go there, you see him just on the edge of the shadow, where his twittering and shaking help him blend in with the dancing shadows on the cave wall. And with all 4 of his feet on the ground, it is just pretty hard to see him, unless you're really looking for it.
Out of just sheer reaction, Elena's just gonna throw a rock.
Yeah, why not? You want to roll the, athletics plus strength for throwing?
Yeah, I would love to. With no, nothing in athletics and 1 dot in strength. I would love to. I would love to throw this rock.
So like, you throw a rock in his general direction, and he doesn't flinch. He just says, "Yeah, don't want to go the wrong way." Yeah.
I squeal and I just, can you not do that, please?
You're not turning all the heads either, you know.
Look, it is already a problem that you're a rat. No offense, but the fact that you can also talk is also a big problem. I
mean,
this is an adjustment.
It all makes my life much easier, but one thing, I'm going to make your lives harder, I'm afraid. I'm afraid the cost of my service has increased. One small extra thing I need to see you out of here, and you'll be out in just a few hours, so take the deal.
What do you want?
Whiskey. One of those flasks you looted off the dead guys will do. Something to clean out the morning breath in my mouth, you know. Yeah.
Fine. She'll go over, hand a fresh bottle or flask of whiskey and hand it to the rat.
He prefers the flask, as, even that is almost as big as him, 2/3 of the way anyway. But he lifts it and chugs it nonetheless, and takes at least half of it, you would wager, from the loud, messy glugs and moans he makes before setting it down. Oh,
Feel better?
yeah,
Feel
you
better?
humans make some neat stuff, I'll say. All right,
Okay.
you're this way. And he turns around.
All right, lead the way, rat, and Yolanda will follow.
And
all
everyone
my
gets moving as
days.
soon as you gesture them to. If anything, they were waiting on you.
Come on, everyone, come on.
And on the little baggage train goes.
Oh, and as we begin to leave subconsciously, Isaiah's eyes start to take on that gray cast so he can see in the dark again.
And
I'll
you might
also
have
activate
your
heightened
tunnel battle
senses.
might save you from hitting your head a few times, but really all you see is some tunnels. There are twists and turns enough in here. You never see more than a dozen yards ahead.
Yolanda will activate heightened senses as well.
Noted. An hour passes. 2.
Rat you. Warn us when we're getting close to the entrance. I'm worried there may
Well,
be more bandits.
you'll have your warning before. I'll give you, well, what's it worth to you? What's that warning? You gonna give me a little sippy too?
How often can I do that safely?
Oh, well, safely is sort of a relative term. I mean, a guy of your skin hue should know in this country.
How long before it would impact my health?
Oh, it'll impact your health at least a day, but if I take it right before you go to bed, it's no big deal at all. And I could technically do that 4 or 5 times before you lose your ability to walk and go get a refill, if you catch my drift. Yeah.
So we do need to take it then from others.
Oh yeah, you know that already, guy. Look at all these blood bags around you. Don't they just make you drool?
I felt it, but I had hoped. What are we?
Oh, that's a bigger question. Lots of ways to answer that without telling you shit. What's that worth to you? That's worth more than just 1 or 2 little drinks,
How's a home and
I'm what you call a free
barrel of
spirit.
whiskey a month?
I don't stay in the same space long. I don't need your I don't need your permission to sleep in your house even. Yeah.
Barrel of whiskey a month?
Oh, well. We're talking shit more like a year of your service. A year of me owning your ass. Or maybe how much material wealth do you have? Maybe all of it would work. You're the one with the store, right?
It's mostly all tied up in the store, but even I wouldn't make such a trade. There's more. Whoever made the guard dog and the miners, it sounds like, must be in some way similar.
Oh yeah, they're similar. I'll tell you that much for free. Yeah. God, I like those boys, I gotta appreciate what they went and did. But of course I can't tell you what they did. Not for free. Yeah.
I'm starting to think nothing is for free.
Oh, you should have learned that a long time ago, buddy boy.
Well, he's got a point. Nothing in this world is free.
Certainly not magic answers. I'm not your fucking genie.
Once we get to Sonoma, maybe we can negotiate further then.
Well, let's just say a year of your service was being a little generous for me as a starting position. But sure. We're maybe an hour off.
All right. And Isaiah's gonna unsling the rifle he took and just make sure it's loaded.
Yep, y'all have not the first time or the last time any of you check your guns, I imagine, on this long, boring walk. But
Yolanda always checks her guns and the shotgun as well with her.
so next hour you keep walking, and your first hint of nearing the outside, of seeing actual life, is appropriately shit. Literally, you smell shit, and soon thereafter you find a door in a crude, shoved-in sort of a way, blocking a tunnel, inside of which is a small shitter. Oof, that's rank. You can tell these assholes are living off booze, crackers, and wild meat. Yeah. Oh, assholes. I didn't even mean to do that.
This smells, and normally I'm used to this smell, but for some reason, I find it very disgusting. especially the environment I'm in.
They must have decided to hide the entrance to their mine behind here. Clever.
No, for some reason I find this environment not to my
It is
liking.
like a cheese grater on the brain. Yeah, that's correct. You are a Toreador.
For some reason, I'm always wanting to be surrounded by beauty.
There's probably at least one or two attractive people, and it's the baggage train in the back, depending on your preferences. Probably zero if you don't like girls.
She does.
Noted. So, actually, I don't think that would even fucking matter to Toreador as long as they were aesthetically beautiful. They don't have to be attracted to them, but that's probably the best you can get for this long ass walk.
Say rat, is it?
Or Rathview, whichever you prefer.
How long you been doing this?
That's a complicated question to answer. And you know what complicated answers cost. You were eavesdropping on that with Isaiah, right? I don't want to have to say all that shit again.
I know.
You might
whole
have
time.
enough money for a vague answer. But we'll talk about that when we're back to where your stash is buried.
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
We're near it. This is a shitter they're using upstairs. Finishes off his flask.
I thought he was in rat form.
Yeah, he is. He can walk on 3 legs carrying that. He has strange strength in his wiry limbs.
Senor Rat, once we get outside, what will you do?
Oh, beautiful. I'm not trapped in here. I'm not bound to this space the same way you are. Oh, the indignity of you humans must live with. And you don't even see it, though, so it's all good.
So you live down here?
No, I can be in many places. I can be in fucking China if I want in 5 minutes.
China.
What is-
Why you think I spend all my time
minutes?
around you?
Well, I've
I
heard of
didn't even
that.
sleep last night. I was doing blow off a gal's rack. And having fun in a Southeast Asian brothel.
I
What?
cover Juan and Maria's ears.
Well, I assume they're not anywhere near this rat whenever it shows up to speak to someone. I'll give you that benefit.
Okay, God, thank God.
Let me ask simply, is the ability to travel like you're claiming something that can be shared?
Oh, ho. Even if I wanted to, buddy, that would take a long time and you'd probably just kill yourself. No. I could maybe get you some sort of magical teleporting artifact, and even that'd be, you'd be working for me for a decade.
I can imagine how much something like that would be worth.
Well, you know, you learn a few tricks when you've been around the block as much as old Rathview.
He's gonna, tilt his head to the side. Not like us, are you? You're something else.
God, no. I mean, you're basically just a human with a small upgrade, buddy. I'm nothing like you. No. Not in a racist way either. All men are equally worthless compared to Rathview.
I'm starting to think with every question we get answered, there'll be 3 more.
Yeah, that sums the whole world up, fella.
You see Elena kind of just mindlessly thumbing it looks kind of like a brooch or a pendant. She says, with all this craziness that's going on, I'm just wondering, why us? Like, what is it about the 3 of us that's causing all these problems? We were just I was trying to go to a better life.
Okay.
I don't understand.
So, 3 for 3, honey. The answer to that question costs a lot.
So do you know who did this to us? You know why they did this to us. You won't say. You tell us that you can lead us out of here, and that you will only take whiskey, and you doing all these things. I don't understand. What is in it for you other than such trinkets, such trifles?
In it for the liquid assets, honey, the blood. That little liquor your bodies make, it's a real nice drug. Better than blow, I'll tell you that. Worth making a few deals and wasting some time on.
So this is all a game for you to get high off of.
More or less.
Please continue leading the way. I cannot stand being inside this cave any longer.
Time and tide move for no man, woman. But yeah, we're almost out. It's only about 5 minutes. Like I said, this was a shitter they're using upstairs. People could come and go from here if you waited long enough. But I think I'm gonna bounce. You have fun killing these people. And he walks into the darkness.
Will we ever see you again, Rat?
Hey.
All right, have fun. All right, how should we do this?
Well, I imagine that at some point somebody's going to have to come back here and use the outhouse. We could wait for them, or I don't know what time it is, but maybe they're sleeping right now. We might be able to catch them by surprise.
One of the people you're traveling with pulls out a stopwatch, says, yeah, it's like almost 11 p.m.
Move forward quietly. Yolanda, you were quite adept at hiding earlier. If we work together, perhaps sneak up and at least get a count for how many are there.
I'm just gonna hold the gun and make sure that it's loaded. I will follow you. I am not good at this shooting and fighting.
Mariah will have her still her gun in her holster, but with rapid reflexes, she can quick draw. But,
So you creep on ahead. Okay, first things first then, go ahead and roll stealth plus composure or dexterity. I'll give you either. It's basically trying to move through pitch black caverns without making any noise. It's mostly about moving slow enough to not bump your head.
I'm going to rouse.
I'm gonna activate Oblivion Sight so I can see in darkness.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that makes your check significantly easier. You can add, let's just say, one more dice to that, but you already got a messy critical, so it doesn't fucking matter. You're sneaking head too, Isaiah?
I don't see why not, and it's 4 successes.
Right, that'll probably do it.
Oh, I needed that extra dice. Apparently. 2 of 2.
You might want to use a will, I'm not certain.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll use a roll, power reroll.
See how it goes. And they need to beat you, not meet you. But they rolled actually really well. There was a messy critical and more than one of you made it. So you do get ahead.
Okay.
You're confident no one has heard from you. Sure. So after another 5 minutes of walking, you see the lights. And there's just sort of a slowly building buffer everywhere because first you see like the reflections off the walls ahead of you. And until you finally make the bend and see a bright orange flame at the top of the exit. And on the top of a particularly steep slope, it's no more than 40 degrees. It's not going to be a challenge for any of you to climb. It only might be a handful of your hostages might have trouble, but, you know, they'd have helping hands. So what's most concerning in this is above. You faint chatter that's too indistinct to understand. You hear the hee-haw donkey, gunshot, those sounds of panic follow. Basically, you can't see jack shit outside. You see there's literally a glowing orange door at the top of a large tunnel, effectively. But you hear a camp beyond it, and the fresh air tells you it is outside.
Oh boy. We don't see anybody standing at the entrance of the cave next to the light, do we?
It's hard to see, but no, at least not between the light and the entrance.
Okay.
And with your heightened, you already rolled the good stealth. You can close in a fair bit, and with your heightened reflexes, you can hear pretty confidently, no, nobody is right near this entrance.
I'll keep going. I'm gonna kind of very carefully get as close as I can to the entrance without fully revealing myself,
Well,
and then
here's
try
the
to
thing about as you come to the entrance, though, Yolanda. At the top is a particularly bright torch. Huge, actually. It's like the size of a fire pit proper, but elevated a few feet in height. And it's built like right in front of the tunnel. Like you would have to squeeze to get by, and it would still probably burn you a little. A task that feels difficult, embarrassingly difficult, impossible even. There is nothing less any of you want than to walk closer to that fire. But it'll be a difficulty 3 frenzy check if you want to push through it.
Frenzy check?
Yes.
You know what? We ball.
I do not pass.
3. Let's go.
I can't spend a willpower to reroll.
But you can you spend a willpower point to just
push through.
You know, supersede it. So that's why, I think, because it doesn't matter. Take control of your character for 1 turn during frenzy, and 1 turn will be enough time for you to get around it, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's summarized. That's what Yolanda's going to do. Spend a willpower for that.
Ready? And you rolled 4 successes, so I'll tell you what everything looks at before there's, you know, any sort of trouble or being spotted, at least for Yolanda. Beyond the blinding flame, you see a small crude fortress, no more than 10 meters across and only 2 stories at its highest. You're stuck in the interior, and with you is 10 that you can see after just a second of glancing about. There's 3 on top of the ramparts, looking over the outside with rifles, 4 more drinking around a fire, and 3 more playing cards by a long line of cheap tents. If they caught a glance of you walking out, nobody seems to jump at the sight. Sorry, you also see a heavy post with a couple horses and a half dozen donkeys tied off, right beside a decent-sized cart wagon, and actually a familiar one. It was one from your caravan. Where the other 5 wagons that you were traveling with are, that's less obvious. The gate in the center of this little lion's den is large enough for it, but it's also barred with a long, heavy plank.
All right, what's the plan?
So this is a like fortress, like we're inside the building, or is it
It's
like
open
walled?
air. There's no roof or anything, but there is a tall 2-story rampart / wall that is built into and around the mountain behind you to make a small fenced off area.
Okay, so the wall sort of encircles the entrance of the cave, basically, and then
You see 10 people. 3 are on the ramparts above you on the 2nd story. 3 are sitting around the campfire playing cards, and 4 are sitting around a table drinking.
okay.
No signs of anyone sleeping though.
I mean, there are tents, and you can't see. I'll need you to roll another stealth if you want to get close enough to see that. That's like right by the people playing cards. But in any case, I do want to remind you that you have a solid dozen odd people among the hostages who are also armed, if you want to do anything with that.
All 3 of us gotten past the fire.
Yeah, well, I mean, did everyone roll their frenzy thing?
Yes.
I did.
Then yes, all 3 of you got past the fire and are just huddled against the dark wall where nothing is.
We'd have to, this is kind of meta, but would we have to re-roll to get past the fire again to go get the rest of our people?
Yeah, I think so. You're still walking towards something that's directly offensive and hard and scary.
I think I could scramble up those walls and maybe deal with one of the sentries before they realize what was happening. A 2-story fall. They'd be hurt enough that they couldn't
They're
fight
not
at least.
necessarily going to get their guns out for that, meta-wise. And they did not think to bring railings, believe it or not. Ryosha.
Well, even if there was, if you got pushed over the railing, that just means you're falling head first.
True. But it's easier to throw someone off if there isn't a railing.
In the darkness, the table where they're playing cards, right? Are any of those guys like facing us?
One is, but he looks old and he's asleep.
Okay. And otherwise, everybody else is.
Rampart people are definitely looking out. They're like lookouts for outside threats.
Okay, yeah. They're not like facing the cave. Gotcha. Okay. Elena's going to maybe try to move towards the camps. I turned to the other two, like, maybe we can make a distraction so that they all look away. I don't know if we can sneak past everyone, but not with our group of people. And I really don't want to go back to that fire again for some reason.
Me neither.
Let me get up
I
onto the
don't-
ramparts.
don't
Do
wanna
they
be
have
too-
any large things of shine or the like? Something flammable that you can see?
So you probably see a few crates, but it looks like just shit they pulled off your wagon, at least from a quick glance about. Who knows what's in
If there was like high-proof moonshine, I was throw that at their campfire. It breaks.
You could definitely make a Molotov from shit you looted from their pantry. I mean, it would take a craft roll, but it wouldn't be difficult.
Here,
I wouldn't have any moonshine on me, but I can tear off a piece of my dress and try to help build something like that.
Could I do an
Yolanda
intelligence
will-
craft for that?
Yolanda will assist.
Yeah, sure. Intelligence craft, and go ahead and add a bonus die for assistance.
What's
You
your
do
craft
good
at?
bonus.
1 dot in craft, but 4 in intelligence.
Me?
Oh, I was gonna say I have a 3 in craft and 2 in intelligence.
So you could both make your own instead of having just assist him.
Nah,
The only
if
Dangerous
he's already got it,
that
then
sets your hand on fire and makes a loud noise, probably.
yeah, no, I'm cool, thanks. Oh lord.
Willpower.
And it is a difficulty too. So with 1 success, you don't quite get the handle.
I'm gonna spend a willpower for this.
So
2
you do it.
successes.
Yeah, lock in and you fucking try again, and get it right this time. You get the rag in there tight enough and get the fire started.
throw that right
Do
in
it
the
quick.
middle.
I want to wait to light it.
Throw that right into the middle of the group when you hear yelling. Whether that means they've
Okay, got
raised
it.
the alarm or I've managed to take care of at least one.
Okay, I can do that.
Right.
with my
So
what do
one
you
strength and no athletics.
What do you need me to do? Because all I can do is shoot.
when things go bad, start shooting.
All right.
And I get to use another one of my powers, which is actually always in effect. So I've slowly noticed as we've been walking, I have weight of the feather.
Dope. So that's going to help you climb for sure. 2 extra dice, I'd say, unless the power specifically tells you how much it helps.
I am just nearly weightless, so I assume I can pretty well climb without issue. But 2 die bonus, that would be strength athletics plus a 2 die bonus.
And you are scaling, you're not going up the stairs, like scaling a cave wall and jumping on a rampart. I'll say this is difficulty 4. It's not easy to do. Well, difficulty 3. Well, 4.
Well, I was thinking of like going along the cave till I hit the wall and then climbing up what would be, I assume, rough stone.
Difficulty 3. Just take a
Difficulty
little bit
3.
of time.
So we're gonna rouse again.
Hopefully you'll be drinking people here in a minute.
Yeah.
And 4 successes. Nice. So you
Right.
successfully make it up to the ramparts, and I'll say, just for dramatic effect, you are perched maybe a meter above a guy as he's slowly patrolling with a bored look in his eyes and coming towards the end right below you.
I want to drop down right behind him, and as he turns, I'm going to use Eyes of the Serpent.
You land such to confuse him. I'll give you that, sure.
He is paralyzed, assuming he is mortal man.
Yep. And shove.
I could just eat him right now. How long does it take?
I mean, I think it's hard to bite someone's neck while maintaining eye contact. I guess you could bite their arm, probably.
Oh, that's kind of messed up. No, I'll just throw him over the ledge.
Okay. You hurl him over the edge, and I don't think falling damage is explicitly mentioned in the book, but I think a 2-story fall is enough to maybe kill someone, maybe... Well, if they're
It depends on
paralyzed,
how
going
they
down head
land,
first.
and I am definitely pushing him
Yeah,
by
we'll
the
leave him up.
torso.
We'll leave it as that Torton costs. Okay, yes, he lands head first and splat.
Does he make a noise?
Probably should have made you roll like academia plus intelligence for physics or some shit to know the exact perfect amount to push him so he'd land head first. But whatever, he's dead.
Well-
And you definitely hear people jerking, seeing that happen. Someone says, "What the fuck, Barry?" And others just Jerry's curses as they sprint over to him. It looks like only 2 men are sitting down by the tents now. Everyone else is rushing over. Oh, and the ramparts people, they're staying up.
I want to try and move
There.
towards another person on the rampart, if I can.
Okay, that's another stealth, I'll say. They'll roll their 5d10. And they are looking somewhere else, so I'll give you 1 extra die for that. Well, they rolled 1 success if it makes you feel better. Jesus.
Let's.
Ooh.
Why not pop a willpower?
Yolanda has her gun ready.
Nope.
Just in case.
It's not meant to be.
What does the bestial failure look? Beast comes out, and Beast probably wants to GTFO out of here, I think, actually. You jump over the edge of the ramparts. You're home free. You can see Sonoma. You are shockingly close to civilization. On the side of a mountain, you see a nearby familiar town lit up in the night. Sonoma. Yes, it's a familiar sight to at least a few of you, and the lights of the city are plain to see against the black countryside, like a swarm of lightning bugs twitching and tweaking against the inky void. It's not a short trip, and it's at least a mile straight down in terms of elevation, but you could make it by morning, with hours to spare even. Fuck everyone else. You could just sprint for it right now, and you're home free.
Right, this is the first bestial failure where I've been compelled to do something.
I will
So
let you spend a willpower point to ignore this if you want. This is you at that moment just looking over the rampart and thinking about how easy it'd be to bail.
I will spend that willpower point, and I know I'm not going to be able to be stealthy, but I'd like to make eye contact with the next person on the rampart as soon as I can, and then rush him.
We'll call this dexterity plus something versus his dexterity or resolve or some shit. He's going to try to shout out, and you're going to try to lock him down before he does. And I'll call that... Yeah, that's a willpower or social, so they only have 3d10. No, roll dexterity plus something. Dexterity plus, I don't know, occult, oblivion. That's the skill that lets you discipline that lets you freeze people, right?
Okay. Yes, so in that case,
Yeah, roll dexterity plus oblivion.
I'll just manually roll. Do I have 1 or 2 in oblivion? I think I have 2. Yeah, I do.
Success.
1 success as well.
So it's a tie. He starts to shout, and he does, but he locks up Frozen. And a couple people notice that, including the other person on the ramparts, but they do not see you, and they do not know what he's doing. They just think he's freaked out by something. And with that, we need to switch to Elena and Yolanda. Are you doing anything as these men rush off to their now dead friend? Or as you see the man on the rampart seem to notice something is up and start moving with a raised rifle towards where you can presume Isaiah to be?
I'm assuming that they're making some kind of vocal noise, like yelling or screaming or whatever.
For sure.
I'm gonna take that as the cue to throw my improvised Molotov at.
You can add 2 dice for all the time you've had to line up your shot and your stealth.
Okay.
Yolanda does get ready to shoot one after she throws the Molotov at one of them. Shoot at one.
Thank you for giving me an extra 2 dice because
we'll let you throw
I'm
this as
gonna
a
need
splash
it.
damage thing, since that was the point of the plan.
Okay. So I would probably try to aim it at the largest group of individuals. So I guess
Here's
the
what I'm
guys
gonna do.
rushing
Instead
over.
of throwing it at a specific target like the rules for the book suggest, which does 2 aggregate damage, you could throw this as a group and hit like fucking a lot of them. Let me do math real quick. 6 of them, but they're only gonna take 1 aggregate damage per turn. They can't get it off.
I mean, that's fine. I think for our purposes, we're just trying to like confuse and distract. Here we go.
Oh god, X plus
What do you need me to
your
roll?
2 die. Oh right, that was Elena. She 2 successes. With that, I'll say you hit not quite on mark. You hit like half of them. So 4 of them are screaming and now on fire, trying to beat their legs off.
Okay.
What do you need me to roll?
Yeah, if you want to just start shooting people, you can do composure. You already had your guns out and leveled.
Did I get an extra dice or something?
Yeah, you have stealth in there. Didn't expect it. You get an extra die for that too.
1 extra die, right?
2. That's what Elena got, right?
Yeah. So Dex, so composure and firearms, you said? All right. I do have a specialty. 4 success. 4 success.
Holy smoke.
It's definitely going to hit with a substantial degree of successes.
That
It's
would
a
be
default
5
of-
damage.
Yeah, it's 3 damage base, right? And your default fucking AC
Yeah.
to roll against is 1, so
3
degrees of
damage.
success, 6 damage. You could fully just drop one of these people.
Quick draw. Shoot at one of them in the head. Mariah shoots at one of them in the head.
Bam. And amidst the 4 freaking out burning men, 2 on the peripheral who are trying to help them are now 1 man on the peripheral as everyone freaks out yet again, seeing one of them just drop like a sack of potatoes. But I believe that's everyone's turn. And now what do the bandits do? The 4 on fire, first of all, I'm only going to roll once, but they roll 3d10 and they need 3 successes to put the fire out. They fail and they all take another aggregate damage. They are badly, badly hurt. 1 on the rampart. What's he going to do? He is going to rush towards his friend, and in doing so, I think... Yeah, he's going to see Isaiah. You've already lost your stealth roll, so he's going to pop a shot at you. That's, I believe, 5 they have in firearms, and you are in the open, so it's only 1 success to hit. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. So that is a critical for 4, 5, plus a base 3. It's just a shitty lever action. 8 damage. Now that is halved because it's lethal, which is superficial to you. And then that's 4 damage you gotta try to soak.
Oh, no. Why are there so many windows? One success on the soak, so 3 damage. I'm right back to before I healed.
3 superficial as a bullet tears through your ribs or somewhere, your kidney. It would have hit an organ, and you should be bleeding out, but you're not. That was the guy on the ramparts. There's the 4 burning, already dealt with. The one trying to put them out is going to see trouble, draw their gun, and we'll just let them roll their awareness to see if they can catch you. Pin down where you are, and I'll give them 2 advantage die now to beat your 4 successes since they, got shot at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you are noticed, and they're going to pop a shot at you, Yolanda, seeing the pistol in your hands. As are the 2 by the tent, so I'll just roll all 3 of them in a row. You are in cover, I imagine, so they're rolling against a difficulty of 3 with rapid reflexes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that looks like one miss, another miss, and one hit for a whopping of 4 damage, halved to 2. Feel free to soak that.
I have one dot and far too.
Right.
So
So you actually take 1 damage, correct?
Yeah, one super
1, 2, 3, 4. As 3 bullets tear into your position and one does manage to graze the side of your head, taking a plume of hair with it and just a little bit of your waxy flesh. And it's your turn again, so you can go in any order. I don't care.
Yolanda's going to shoot again.
Yolanda tries to pop one of the 3 shooting at them. Go on.
Yeah.
I'd say they did have the brains in their turn to also dive behind tables and such and get in cover as best they could. So you're rolling against difficulty 2 now.
Dex and firearms?
A composure at this point. Well, then again, they are moving targets. I'll let you use Dex. Why not? If it's better.
4 successes.
Gun are you using now?
Her pistol. Still the revolver.
3 damage base, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and with 2 degrees of success, that becomes 5 damage. And I don't think that's enough to drop a gangster, but let me double check. Yes, he is up with a single hit points, but he is badly, badly hurt as you pop him right through the torso.
The Wild Wild West Colt pistol. No.
Yeah, play the fucking audio. But
whatever pistol are they wielding single action armies? Because I can't remember what kind of revolvers they're using in the Wild Wild West.
Bolts,
They're like
Smith and Wessons, I think.
Oh
yeah, I think these are still like balls, like lead balls in casings. So not quite rifled like what we have today.
well, the Colt. She still has the Colts they got, and after taking the shot, get behind. Still remain behind cover.
Elena, what are you up to? Seeing this gunfight / massacre emerge throughout the camp.
One thing that's gonna start triggering Elena is seeing all this chaos and whatever around her. Is there anybody that seems to be close to death or like?
Yeah, the one Yolanda just shot has 1 hit point left. They are dying and they are spitting blood and leaking it from their chest. Also, 4 men are on fire and have taken significant damage from that at this point.
How close is that dying individual to me?
You could get there on your turn. It would take you out of cover, though.
Okay. Elena is going to start fixating on that guy specifically, but to get to him, if she's going to have to pass other people, she's going to start shooting at whoever is between her and that guy. If there's nobody between her and that guy, she's going to start making her way over to go feed, essentially, like finish the job.
I'll just have you make a quick... I think it's strength plus brawl to do this, and he would roll against you, but he'd roll with -2 because he's so injured. So, and they did roll 2 successes.
This is gonna be great because I have nothing.
So you run at this huge thug, burly ass man who is bleeding badly and looks so wounded, but he is still maybe twice your weight and a lot of it's muscle, and he does just bash you against his arm and raise his pistol to shoot you. But before that, Isaiah, you still have your turn.
I am going to rush the person I have locked down and attempt to knock them off the side of the rampart.
This time I'll let you do the... we're going to do the intelligence plus academia thing to say, do you know exactly how much force to push him with to land head first? I'll say difficulty 3, it's not super hard.
I was going to say intelligence academics. Finally, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, you got to try to incorporate the skills when you can as a keeper, you know.
He's
Unfortunately.
not landing on his head, but
is
he's
gonna
not
take-
having a great time.
No, he's still going to take several points of damage, and he is badly hurt now on the ground.
I mean, that's just the equivalent of putting someone in Tupperware for later.
And you can still use, like, do another action. I'll say that's a pretty quick thing to do for your turn.
Is there any boxes or anything up here I can duck behind?
Yeah, you could probably run to cover, if that's what you want to do with your turn.
I just got shot, so yes.
Fair enough. You dive back and get into cover after throwing that last man off. Next up is their turn. Let's see if the burning people are able to put out their fire. Oh, look at that, they do. And after taking only 3 aggregate damage, they manage to collectively pull their boots and their pants off, and that may be a death sentence in itself, especially as they go running towards the main gate and seem to be fleeing at this point. As many of them also put out their guns and throwing their clothing off. One injured man on the floor is going to go ahead and take a shot at you, Isaiah. 3d10. 10 with 2 because you're in cover. He misses. It bounces off the crates, which is thankfully full of rice or some shit. Second shot coming from the guy still on the ramparts, who is not injured, also going at Isaiah. That's 4 hits, successes for a total of 3 plus 2, 5 damage, half to 2. Go ahead and roll your soak, minus whatever you can soak.
All
So
right.
1 damage. Lethal but superficial because you are vampire. So that was both the ramparts folks, the one who is badly injured, 2 folks by the tents, and by now 2 people have emerged from the tents as well in night clothes, or one's in night clothes, one's half naked, but both are holding revolvers like many of the other men. So 4 shots going on. Yolanda seems like the most dangerous thus far. And so that's rolling against a 3, trying to hit her. So.
Also, you said
3
most
successes
dangerous.
then.
My bad.
1 hit. That's 2 hits. Miss. Nick. And. Oof, they rolled well this turn. So for the first hit, it looks like you've taken 2 damage, minus what you can soak. So you take none. Second shot hits you for 3 damage, half to 2. So roll that. So you're good. Third shot was a crit and hit you for 5 damage, half to 2. So 2, minus what you can soak.
So 1 damage.
Yep, and last shot did hit you for 3 damage, half to 2. And fortitude for the win, as you take several bullets, but none seem to do you much harm. And that is their turn, and we're back to you. Or whoever of you.
Yolanda's still gonna keep shooting.
You're going to shoot someone uninjured or someone who is injured?
Injured. That way, drop them quickly.
So yes, the guy who fell off the ramparts is now soundly dead as you take the shot to shoot him while he's in the open.
Stay in cover, and that's all I can do.
Lana, what are you up to?
So the guy that is still injured, I bounced off of him.
Yeah, he fell and broke his leg, but then so Yolanda just domed him. You could drink from him while he's still freshly dead.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm gonna do.
Can't believe Yolanda shot my
Were
Happy
you the one
Meal.
with the scary things flaw, or was that Yolanda?
Scary things flaw?
I don't know. One of you had it, like you had noticeable vampiric flings as one of your.
No.
Oh,
No, I don't. I don't have that flaw.
Right, good.
yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in.
I'll also let you heal as much damage as you want, and then drain this person of up to 5 hunger, if you want with your turn.
Yeah, I will. I will remove all those dots. Thank you.
You don't get the chance to go to 0 hunger often ethically, especially not ethically.
It's like Skyrim. Bandits aren't people. Unless you have black soul gems.
Right? They were gonna do terrible things to people anyway. We might as well get them out of here. Yeah, Elena's going to feed, and then immediately after she slaked her thirst, she'll like reel back and like be furiously signing it across. Yeah, and then that's her turn.
Yes, it is.
Unless she can get to like cover in the same turn, that's all she does.
All right, and Isaiah, you're up in cover on the 2nd level with 1 other guy and 4 below you, 8 counting the heavily burned men who are trying to open the gate and run.
I would like to
Actually, you know
bounce.
what? At least 2 of those burned men are actually doing is untying the animals and trying to get the wagon moving. Or actually, no, they're just trying to bounce on the animals.
I'm going to jump up and attempt to make eye contact again with the person that just shot at me up on the ramparts before I level my rifle to shoot at him. That way he can't try to avoid.
Okay, we'll call that resolve plus Oblivion versus his mental attribute, a mental dice pool.
Resolve
Trying to lock eye
Oblivion?
contact with him in the middle of this gunfight before you shoot him. Be 5 if you rouse. But, you know. One success. So, Ty, I'll say meets it in this case. You're just trying to get this guy to look you in the eye, briefly.
Right. And then looking him in the eye, down the scope.
And I'll give you plus 2 dice to shoot you, sure.
I just did dexterity twice for the extra 2.
Okay. That's 3 successes. He is in cover, but that'll still do it. So you have a lever. Do you have a shotgun or a rifle?
It's probably a lever action rifle.
So yeah, 3 damage then, like the others. 3 plus how many degrees of success? 1. 4 damage. So yes, this man is now badly injured as you managed to shoot him in the shoulder, and he is bleeding badly.
And I'll drop back down to my cover.
Noted. No worries, just in time to be shot at.
Oh,
I
my
don't
favorite time
think.
to be.
Trying to think. Are they en route yet? Because those burning men aren't dead. They're just badly burned. 4 shots
I did just suck the life
how
out of
badly hurt
somebody.
does
So.
Yolanda look? Let me ask that from their perspective.
I only got 2 superficial.
And on that note, what's your name? Elena did just pounce and drink a dying man in front of them. You know, I think they're all en route.
Yay.
So they're all crowding around the door. The bars are coming out. They're jumping in. They're not trying to grab the wagon, but there are, like I said, a half dozen donkeys here. And I'll tell you this for free. It will be difficult to transport as many elderly and small children as you have without donkeys, especially in the dark.
Is there any corpse I can still feed on?
Actually, there's still one last thing. The man on the ramparts is not running, badly injured as he is. He's going to take another shot at Isaiah, largely out of spite. And with 3 successes, he misses.
That's only
no,
2.
wait, you're the same level, so 2 base damage, 3 half to 2. So roll your soak.
All right. 1. Okay. I can't take any more damage or I'll be going into aggravated.
And bam, another bullet manages to tear into you, but he's the only one left. Yolanda, Arena, whoever wants to go.
Yolanda's gonna shoot at him.
I shall also shoot at
the one on
him.
the ramparts. It is going to be harder because he has elevation on you, and he's in cover, so it's going to be 3 to hit him.
Right.
But he is badly injured, so also weigh that in.
3 successes. 3 on
So
the
that's
spot.
a hit, and that's a base damage of 3. So yeah, that'll do it.
I got 2 of 3, or 2 of whatever. Yeah, 2 successes. I don't know if I hit anything, but I'm definitely shooting in the direction.
If you want to shoot, because Yolanda just domed that guy, you can shoot at the people who are fleeing, and 2 successes does hit them. But then you're shooting at people who are running from you. I don't know what your humanity score is.
Oh, if in that case, if Yolanda already domed that guy, I think what I would do instead would be to, because they're taking the donkeys, aren't they?
Yep.
I would try to shoot, like, not trying to kill, but just trying to knock one off of the donkeys.
You shoot someone who's rubbing the donkeys, and you try not to kill them. So
yeah.
You hit with 3 damage. That's not going to kill an uninjured man. At least not one of these people.
Yeah, no, I just know that we need that. We're gonna need that donkey there. Okay, cool. And then
it's only him and one other guy who are getting the donkeys. They're just like grabbing the ropes that's still binded together and leading them out. Because believe it or not, donkeys are pretty enthusiastic about getting out of here.
Oh, I was gonna say they're not like on top, like riding them like horses. They're just like pulling them with them.
For now, that seems like they're just grabbing them and running, trying to get out the gates. The gate is open, but it's only a crack, and they're pushing it open. That's going to be their next turn, basically.
I see. Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just try to move towards the donkeys if I can as well on the same turn.
You also advance closer towards them. Noted. Yolanda, I think she just domed him. Isaiah, what are you doing?
Do I have line of sight on the gate?
Sort of just below you, but with your movement, yeah, why not?
I am going to start shooting at the people trying to get away. If they're murderers and killers, if they get away, they'll tell people about what just happened. I've already lost 1, so 6.
Your humanity is 6. Hey, people die, stuff breaks. Yeah, no, you don't take a stand for this. Killing bandits does not weigh heavily on your conscience after the shit you have seen and done.
It's like they've
they're not in cover.
They've specifically been targeting refugees to make corpses. I don't feel bad about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I would get a bonus dice for being up on a higher elevation, wouldn't I?
You do, correct. And you're rolling against difficulty 1. These people are not in cover. It's composure, not resolve.
So that would just be 1 more dice.
As well. Might be an extra damage.
Composure, none. Yeah.
2 successes, 4 damage. Yeah, you shoot one in the chest and they're not dead, but they definitely look badly hurt. Unless you want to shoot the wounded one, you could finish him off. Sorry, I should ask in advance.
Let's shoot the wounded one. Get the numbers down, make it take him longer to get the gate open.
All right. I mean, technically, there are 4 more wounded ones, counting the burning men who are half naked, who are the ones actually pushing the gate open. But that was all your turn, and as I said, their whole turn, the 5 of them, the 6 of them, including the one who is now with a bullet in his knee trying to drag the animals out of here, are all going to spend their turns trying to just push out the gate and generally get on the verge of breaking line of sight from this fort. Except for you on the ramparts. Isaiah, Yolanda, go ahead, be bold. Who shoots first?
After Yolanda's going to shoot at one of them and then feed on the dead corpse that she caught.
Donkey boy or one of the injured ones? Who are you shooting at?
Which one's trying to take the donkey?
He's actually injured. He got shot last turn for 3 damage.
Shoot at donkey boy.
Let's see if you can roll a whole 1 success.
5.
And that bullet goes exactly where you want it to go, and he is in hell before he knows he's dead.
Then I'm going to feed, clump at one of the corpses and feed to get rid of not just the hunger, but the superficial damage.
The only corpse I think that's fresh enough would be the one you or Isaiah just shot, so that will require you to run up into melee with these people, for whatever that means to you.
I'll get close to it, but not too close.
Yeah, you run forward like a fucking jungle cat or some sort of animal, grab the corpse, pull it back like a meter with it in your hands, and just dig in as they're screaming and trying to run.
How much hunger can I slake from it?
Well, you did already shoot, so I'll say you can slake up to your blood potency and hunger.
I'll make 2 rouses to heal. And then I'll slake 1. Oh, and after I heal and feed.
Right. What kind of what vamps do? And Arena, what are you doing?
Okay, so she just killed the guy that was dragging the donkeys. Are the donkeys they're not fleeing from all the noise and craziness, are they?
They are no longer being directly guided, but again, they are pretty fucking panicked and pretty on board with the idea of running out of this fortress.
I'm going to see if I can't try to grab a hold of them and keep them from running away.
This is either going to be strength or animal handling plus intelligence or wits. I don't know. Let's think.
Can I? Oh, I'll do wits. Can I do animal ken and wits? Is that it?
Handling plus wits. Yeah, I'll give you that to try to control these animals with in a panic situation. And they are domesticated, but they are correct that the smartest thing to do is probably run. So I'll say it's a difficulty 3 to do this.
Okay, cool. Oh god, I'm gonna have to be fucking on point with this. Can I willpower 3?
How much you've spent, but I'm pretty sure you're not out. 3.
Okay, cool.
So yes, you just barely managed to get them to say, no, hold still, shooting's over, we're all good, see the danger and noise is all going that way. And they do indeed settle down.
Okay, good. Cool. Yay.
And Yolanda,
yeah.
What do you do?
Are there still more of them alive?
There are 6 left running, including 4 half-naked, horribly injured men who are probably going to die of exposure if they go far.
Shoot at one of them after wiping the blood from her mouth. 1 success? Or hang on.
Really does it. And 3 damage from your weapon barely finishes them off. So 6 becomes 5.
End turn.
Ready? Isaiah, have you acted yet? Sorry, I don't remember.
I don't believe I have.
Okay, you shooting an uninjured one or one of the 3 injured ones? Or are you doing something else?
I'm going to shoot out another of the injured ones, and then Isaiah's going to jump down from the rampart once they get out and follow them. He's hungry, he's hurt, the snacks are fleeing.
I'll say you're going to have to roll athletics plus dex probably to catch up to these people. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it will be harder if you take a shot first.
Athletics
The other hand, though, if you pop someone, you could probably just run to their corpse and, not drink them fresh. I think Yolanda did that on her turn.
I'll just pop one like normal and then more or less go hunting.
All right, go ahead. It's only difficulty 1 to hit them, so yeah, that's probably smartest.
And then he'll jump down and try and follow them.
Yum. Did you? Okay, one success. Was that your gunshot roll, the composure?
Yes.
Because you have no
I have no
firearms, I see.
dots in firearms, so I don't even bother adding it.
And so that's barely enough with the one success to hit and 3 damage, just enough to finish off with the injured one. And you run after him, and you drink his still warm blood, and it is the most amazing, delicious sensation you've ever had.
It's 1 point that I can get correct.
You can drink yourself. You can drink yourself equal to blood potency per turn.
Right. So
Just
then I
one per
will
turn.
do that and amend.
And
Yeah.
with that, I think it's their turn again. They're going to just continue hauling ass as far as they can. You still have a line on them, but it's getting dicey. They're spreading out, and they're going to break line of sight soon with all the trees in this region. Isaiah's a ways out of the fort, just a few meters, having drinking one. Elena, you're around the fort entrance, and Yolanda, you're near her, I imagine.
I'm gonna bring the donkeys to the cart and then try to tie them to a post or something, and then
You re-secure the donkeys. That's easy enough to do, but if you want to spend your turn there.
No, I think what I would do from after that would be try to move back towards the entrance of the cave and then call out to everybody. Get as close to the fire as I could.
Shouting might not quite do the trick, but you could grab a pole or something and move the fire at this point if the combat's over. So that's easy enough to do. Isaiah, what are you up to?
He's essentially hunting at this point. He's going to follow them.
Going to continue shooting and jumping on them, basically the last 2 injured ones.
I want to make sure there are no witnesses to what has happened here.
Okay. You continue killing these people then. Go ahead and roll another gunshot.
Right. And once they get away, I would like to roll for tracking, if necessary.
Necessary. And success, 3 damage. Pow, another goes. Yolanda, you gonna shoot him too? Which reminds me, what's your humanity?
Still at 7. Still shoot at the bandits.
Yeah, you've been good today. I'm not gonna say you feel bad shooting these bandits who kidnapped women and children and led up butchering. So, go ahead and shoot.
3 successes.
3 successes. And were you shooting an injured one or an uninjured one?
Injured.
Okay, then yeah, you finish off the last one. There are 2 left who actually are completely untouched after all this, and they are the ones who came out of the tents, and they are fully just fucking bolting into the woods in opposite directions. So, Isaiah, you want to roll tracking survival or something, you said?
Yes. With survival, if I could.
Sure.
Darn it.
And
Survival.
this is going to take like an hour, so bear that in mind for what you 2 are doing, Yolanda. Although, Elena, you're getting the hostages. That'll take about the same time.
How much willpower do I have left? 2. I'll spend 1 to reroll 2 of those.
And they're rolling 4d10 on this, it looks like, as they try to lose you, because stealth is a skill they would imagine they should have. Stealth/survival.
Only 1 success.
And with 2 successes, you lose track of the one you are trying to catch. They're not moving towards Sonoma. You thought they would. Looks like they're running like due north, maybe even northeast. What the fuck? And you lose track of them. You could try again. It'll be harder this time. You'll get bonus die. And it'll take another hour.
I will rouse and try again.
Ready? So this time they get 60-10. And
So
this
that
time
will-
they only roll 2 successes. Or they roll 2 successes again, rather. Beats it, I think, is the general rule. Or at least vampire versus mortal tie. Vampire wins is the usual rule. So yes, after 2 hours of hiking through these godforsaken, well, I'll say 2 hours to get there and back. So after an hour of hiking through these godforsaken mountains, you actually find yourself climbing like 2 miles higher before you finally find this guy stopping long enough to take a piss and drink from his canteen and catch his breath. And he is fully not expecting it when he turns, sees you, and locks eyes and becomes helpless.
I tackle him to the ground and feed.
Yourself to complete radiation, I am.
Yes.
There we go.
I was gonna say before Elena goes to get everybody, she's gonna try to wipe the blood off of her mouth at least.
Sure, clean up of it, that's given. Yes, you all think about what you're doing next, or what you're all saying. As you may recall, you have like 50 refugees and like a few $100 worth of... Actually, I'll just roll that now.
What time is it?
Typically about $100 that you looted off these bandits.
Okay. About what time is it, would you say?
It's like close to midnight at this point. After all the fighting and the tracking, actually it'd be more like 1 a.m.
Okay.
Are you two okay?
I don't know. I feel I feel better, but I don't feel good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got shot. This is another time I got shot, and for some reason, what's something inside of me healed, but I had to, and if I,
I don't know. I don't know why, but when you shot that man and I saw him bleeding out, I felt like I had to. This is going to sound strange, but I felt like I had to send him to our father. I had to hasten his journey. It was so strange. It was like I was moved, and I don't know. It feels wrong, but it felt right at the same time.
I don't feel the same way. For some reason, I, I just had to do what I had to do in order to survive. You know that.
That's the thing is that it felt right. I do not feel that hunger. I feel like I've done the right thing, and I know deep down you should not take joy in killing a man, but it felt right to do.
I took no pleasure, but we had to defend ourselves.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I just there's so many crazy things happening. I don't know what to think anymore. All I want to do is just get my children to Sonoma, find the doctor. Maybe he can help me with this. Is Isaiah back already?
You probably wait on him like a half hour, but before you're like actually ready to set off, yes, Isaiah comes back from his hunt. It's like midnight, 1 a.m.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, I assume that we get the rest of the hostages out of the cave. I'm going to try to clean myself up before as much as I can before I sit next to my kids and make sure that they're okay. And start loading them into a wagon if I can.
Oh, there's one wagon you're not going to be able to carry. Here's about how the breakdown goes. You got like 10 men, to say it generously. There's like 13 or older guy, someone who could make money. You have 20 something women, and the rest are elderly or children.
So 10 men.
So 2 donkeys
13.
or 1 donkey plus a kid to elderly plus a kid to a donkey. You could probably get them all down there, with the wagon reserved for the most unfeeble. A lot of you are going to be walking, is what I'm getting at.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine with walking. If I have to carry my kids, I'll carry my kids, but okay.
Yeah, some of the older kids walk, a lot of the adults, some of the elderly power through, but you manage to get the people who need it. And donkey is real smart, and they're pretty good to have around in mountains in the dark. Not that your night vision makes that kind of moot, doesn't it? From the midst of your cleavage, Siolanda, a muffled voice says, "Did someone call?" And he just springs out and jumps.
How did you get in there?
Oh, a gentleman never tells. Anyways, that's a great time to better question, much better question. I'm owed a little payment since I pointed you towards Yanoma, aren't I?
You are.
I believe it was her who offered, where do you want the bites? Miss Yolanda, yes.
All right, Jess. She'll open her arm to her.
And he bites in from above. And the second before, like the split second before he bites that your old eyes wouldn't have noticed, his teeth grow like 3-fold in size, but like jagged and ugly like a cancer growth, not like a neat line. They slam down on you. It is horrible pain. You feel yourself being drunk like a straw. You take an aggregate damage and probably scream if not for a hearty resolve that lets you bite down. And then he lets go.
He bites
And
down.
it happened in a span of like 3 seconds.
Let's go. How do you get such sharp teeth?
Oh, You learn a few tricks at my age. Yeah. Sure made a feeding process fast, didn't it? I like to take it like a shot, you know.
Taking
It's
like
gonna
a
take-
shot, jeez.
It's gonna take a while to heal this thing, this damage, this wound.
Take you a good night's sleep. A rotation of the earth. Tell you that for free.
I doubt we could stop you
But-
from telling someone else, but you two.
But next time, both of you are going to do the payment.
Elena kind of just looks like with just a visible disgust, like, ew, no. But okay, she does kind of like gingerly nod her head.
Yes, I don't believe most of the others in our caravan have realized that that cave was a silver mine. I could get a few people to come here. We could start collecting it. It'd be
I
a
think we
fortune.
have bigger problems, Senor Isaiah. Namely the fact that, I don't know, we're drinking blood.
Yeah. For some reason, I can't eat food. And blood is like a new meal for me.
I am also very concerned of this. And more importantly, we can bring people here as much as we want, but I think we need to get to Sonoma first.
I'm saying that, but we have, near 50 people we'll have to make sure are attended to. Most of the men
This
folk are
actually feels like a
gone.
good point to bring up. There are a number of hotels and various boarding houses, including some very cheap options and some decent ones in Sonoma at this point. As I said, the town's about 500 people, plus or minus, 500 that stayed permanently and 10 times that who are always fluttering in and out. Here's how we're going to do resources, because I do want to track money a little more closely. Start with G, you. What's your resources in either personal or...
My resources?
business.
Flip.
Yes.
I have 2 dots
Your
of
highest.
resources.
Go ahead and roll 3d10.
15. Middle of the road.
So you have, actually, it means you have $465, which I'll remind you is 1850s money. So that's like about 40 grand in loose cash that you can play around with.
God.
You do
Yeah,
have an
that's a lot of
established
money.
business. Let's note. Like, I'll say that's not like all cash you have on hand. Obviously, some is tied up in banks, some's just petty cash sitting in your shop so you can do business and buy supplies. But that's how much cash you have if, like, you need to pay the mob not to break your legs, if you get my meaning.
Yeah.
And next, Panda, Elena, what do you have any resource dots?
I only
Yeah.
took one, just enough money. I figured it'd be just enough money
So
to
go ahead
get
and
me and
roll
my kids
1d10.
to Sonoma. 1d10.
That fits fine for a refugee.
Ooh.
You have one. Oh, I don't think you rolled.
Wait. Oh shoot. I'm sorry.
Slash roll 1d10.
I see what I did. I hit the slash key
You have
as I did.
$4, which again is the equivalent of like $400. And
Alright.
Yolanda, you're last. How many dots and resources do you have?
3. 3 dots.
So you roll 4d10. Oh no, I'm sorry. Fuck, we did that wrong. You should have rolled 2 dice, Elena. It's 1
Oh, I'm
plus
sorry.
however many dots and resources you have.
I'll just roll another one then.
Mm-hmm.
So how many dice I should
So you
roll?
have $45, which is like 4 grand. It's everything you were able to salvage from like your sold valuables and such, and your land back home.
How many
Okay.
dice I should roll?
Right,
Yeah.
Yolanda, how many resources do you have? What's your dots?
3. 3.
So yeah, you roll 40-10.
Oh.
And with a fucking 10, you are, for all practices, goddamn loaded. You must have found some loot or buried someone or something, but you have literally 10 grand in whatever ass 1850 money, like $1 million. So let me just write that down.
Oh my god.
$10,429.
Yolanda did steal. Earned it by killing bandits,
drops in the bucket.
killing bandits,
that?
treasure hunting. Killing bandits, treasure hunting, that sort of deal. And stealing from
mean,
corrupt.
To quote a great businessman, if you can't make money during war, you just can't make money.
For now, at least the money we took from them, we can use that to
But
get
no, a
everyone
real question.
settled.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it would come up, but I should ask now. Yolanda, both of you actually, Yolanda, how much money would you say do you have in a bank versus on you at this? Because you probably have.
Not just a few bucks on her. She doesn't like to carry a lot of cash on her. Just a few, like $5.
Follow-up question: how much of that is like buried in a secure spot, and how much of it is in a bank?
Whatever the maximum amount is for middle class. For
But yeah, you can have as much in the fucking bank as you want, is what I'm saying. They're happy to have it at this point. Everyone's investing in the fucking town.
50, about 20K in the bank.
By which you mean 2K?
Yeah, 2K in the bank. About 2K in the bank. The rest
Right.
is buried in her haven. Deep in her
Right,
haven.
thank you. Which was 2 dots, if I'm not mistaken. So that's like a fairly nice but not extravagant looking house.
Yeah, 2 dots in haven.
Noted. But yeah, so you all have this conversation like, what are we going to do? How are we going to feed and house these people? And Yolan's just like,
Doing the math.
I suppose I could buy a business or something. A hotel or something.
I mean, you have whatever the fuck I said,
Buy?
about 2 dozen women. You have all the staff you need for a brothel or a bathhouse or something.
Yeah. I'll buy a business. I'll buy not a brothel, because
Yeah, no, there's other options.
yeah, like
Just
a hotel.
appealing to your worst nature.
Yeah, like a hotel or a bathhouse, that sort of deal.
Yeah, you could probably buy a small business. I mean, it's a buyer's market right now as far as, the settled part of Sonoma goes. It's a rapidly growing town.
Yeah. I suppose I could look around and buy a business for these people. Buy a hotel to store these people. And in return, for a living, they can work there, if that's okay.
I mean, most of the people traveling here were expecting to seek work anyway.
I mean, that is very generous of you. I'm going to Sonoma to see my friend, a doctor. I was supposed to work at his clinic.
I do need to see my friend, Smoking Fox. Out of character, it's her ghoul.
Right, I remember.
I do need to see Smoking Fox. And where in town where I have to go buy business?
You might talk directly to the mayor just to see what's listed, or you might just go to various buildings and try to make an offer. I mean, stranger things have happened in this time period.
All right, she'll go to
Is
the
your
mayor
business
first.
for sale? Thud, how about now?
But is it for sale for 25% above asking price?
Ooh.
Go to the mayor first.
Well, it is the middle of the night, and you do have a journey to make before that, but good to know. For the moment, I mean, if you pack them in like sardines, they could probably sleep at Isaiah's shop.
I have
Or
my
just
own
go to
haven.
various hotels.
I have my own haven, so in this store,
I
in this
can
town.
fit a few of them comfortably. Could use a few
I
more
can-
laborers.
I have out of character. My home is decent. You said decent sized.
Yeah, it's like 1850s decent, so it's like a small cottage.
I have a small cottage. I have a cottage in the town. Some people could stay in, but not enough room though.
One of
I have
the
a
few plots of land where they're like growing shit inside the city proper for various like garden shit. You have a small cottage in the middle of it.
I will take whatever shelter is offered, as long as my children can have a place to sleep. I do not mind anything.
I will clear a spare room for you and your children until we can get you in a hotel.
Gracias.
I will work next night. I will, when everyone's more active, and when the city hall is up, before closing, I will go to the mayor's office and see if I can buy a business for everyone to stay in while working.
So, anything you do as you begin journeying down the mountain in the dark with your tired caravan?
Nope. Just when if the kiddos get tired, Mama's gonna carry them. If not, then they go on the donkey. Trying to not look like I'm losing my mind over all of this.
Ready. And you make it all the way to the city without incidents. It's a good 3-hour trip, but the donkeys seem to know the trail, or at least a few of them do. And hey, some of the Yolanda apparently does as well once you get to a certain point. Isaiah and them. So you manage to climb your way down the hill levels onto just fairly steep but not dangerous terrain soon enough, like within a half hour of the walk. And from there, it's almost a straight shot across the fairly forested lands into Sonoma.
Nice. We finally made it.
But like I said, it is a few hours, and it is going to take you till like 3, 4 a.m.
Okay.
And also, with a huge group coming in at the middle of the night, as you're entering the town proper, you note it might be more deserted than you'd expect. Even at this late hour, Isaiah could tell you, there's usually at least some people coming in and out of the bars, the gambling halls, but you don't have long to linger on this. You're approached before you pass the first of many saloons. A man with an almost comically wide hat, especially for nights, a full black beard that contrasts with his pale skin but does nothing to hide his powerful jaw. His whole build is powerful, actually, bulky and robust, befitting of the sheriff's star on his chest. Yeah, howdy there, folks. What's going on? Why in Christ's name are you traveling at night like this? You know how dangerous these damn mountain paths are?
Yes, we've had quite a, how do I put this, a rowdy journey due to some bandits. We had a hard time
Bandits.
getting.
Goddamn, well, are we safe? Do we need you to get into safety?
There aren't
Those-
many of the bandits left, but most of our number is gone. The women and children at least are safe, but it was not
It's
good.
quite a group you have there, but I don't see many guns, or many men, I should say. Oh no, I had that backwards. Beg your pardon.
We
Well.
didn't have many guns to start, but we took what was left afterwards.
And
Mhm.
someone give me, you both talked at this point, so give me someone persuasion charisma check. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it is difficulty 3.
Can you assist
Just to
me?
assuage him that you are in no danger or anything.
Can I assist in any way? I did take ingenue as one of my advantages.
Charisma and persuasion?
Yes,
I do have a
because you
beauty.
are being honest.
4 successes.
Nope. And he seems relieved as he gets a better, closer look at the big lot of you via the lantern on his belt. And he says, well, yeah, now that I've seen you, you don't look threatening. People, they just saw the lights from the distance approaching, just knew your appropriate numbers, got right frightened. I'm Sheriff Isaiah.
Yolanda Perez. And she offers her hand.
Oh, yes, I believe I've heard that name. And he'll take it.
Elena Garcia Hernandez. This is Juan and Maria. I'll point to my 2 sleepy ass kids, which I know they're probably falling asleep at this point.
I'm sure.
Isaiah
Or
Fields.
kids, let you get them to their hotel, or you got someplace to stay. You're not just going to make camp in the middle of the roads, right?
No, Senor Isaiah, pointing to our Isaiah, has offered a place for us, or at least my family, to stay. I believe the rest of the group is going to try to find some place to either work or
For Yolanda and such, and you go into logistics and who's sleeping where and all the fine details with your precious last few hours of night. But you are back in Sonoma, back to your havens, and that seems like a good place to end the session.